Mariah here. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're really, really well. Of course, get comfortable. Come on in. Let's hop right on into your reading. So I want to look at the month of June. I actually want to see, just leave it open-ended and see what comes out. So spirit guides, angels, ancestors. For my Leos, what is going on? What is it that they need to be aware of? What is it that they need to be? I'm hearing industry leader. This may be a side message for somebody, but somebody's going to get either recognition or you're going to be appreciated. You're going to be either industry leader in the field that you're either in or you're moving into. Maybe you're working your way up. Maybe that's where you're getting ready to transition in your career. But you're going to be known, because I can just hear people say, hey, isn't that such and such, or isn't that such and such? So your status is getting ready to increase, and it's related and tied to your work. So I'm not saying on a large scale celebrity status or anything, but just people, like you're the go-to. Like your expertise, your knowledge and your wisdom and the way that you know how to do your work. You're a master at your craft, or you're mastering a craft at this moment. And because of this, you're going to be the one that everybody goes to and say, if you want this, you got to go to this person. Or, oh my God, I can't believe I just met Leo. I'm just hearing like this cheering around your energy. So this takes me into the breakdown before the breakthrough. So you must have recently gone through a breakdown, because usually before a breakthrough moment like that, you do go through a breakdown where you may be seeing areas in your life not in alignment. Maybe you're losing friends, you're losing family. You may have felt like, okay, your relationship, your marriage, your finances may have been rocky and shaky. Maybe you're dealing with some instability issues. You're being informed. Let me put it this way. You're being informed to get out the way. Side message for somebody. You're being informed to get out of the way. You're not meant to interfere with somebody's karma. So I think this is a separate message from the main message that I'm getting. So this is for somebody out there, if this is connecting with you, but you have the desire to help people, even if you don't want to. It's just like, it's the autonomy of it. You just want to be there and jump in to rescue and be the go-to person. But this is like the universe telling you they need to deal with their own karma, so that way they can learn the lessons. By you hopping in and almost enabling them, but you hopping in and trying to save the day, they don't get to learn the lessons. They don't get to go through those experiences. Maybe this person is a shitty person, excuse my language, but maybe they're that. Maybe they move and act recklessly or impulsively. Maybe they keep bumping their head and not learning the lesson the first time. They could be a very hard-headed or stubborn person that this is. And it's like, it's time to grow up. It's time to learn. It's time to stop making these mistakes. And the universe is telling you to get out the way. However this train may come and hit them, that they have to deal with the consequences of their actions, that's not your liability to take on. That's their responsibility to handle. And that's their adult maturity of having to take accountability for their actions, that they have to now either develop or really face reality. This is somebody that's going through a reality check that you just got to let them. Back to your energy though. This is the breakdown before the breakthrough, Leo. So if you have seen, even on the financial aspect, maybe your money has been a little bit funny and you haven't been able to spend like you want to, or other people saying, hey, let's go out on this trip, or let's take this vacation, or you having to sacrifice maybe even some of your wants and needs because financially we couldn't be able to afford it, or it was out of our budget, out of our price range. And it's like the lack of money is an indicator that there's going to be an abundance of money. It's the money that you were making, or however you were earning your money prior, the foundation that was set up on for your financial stability is not meant to come with you in your new chapter. So when you start to see your money decrease, or if you're seeing financial instability, that's because that stream of income or revenue is meant to go. It's not meant to go to your next level. You wouldn't even make enough where you're coming from to be able to facilitate the life you're getting ready to live and have in your next chapter. So if you're dealing with financial issues, that's a good indicator. If you're losing friends, if you're losing family, that's a great indicator. If your life is at peace right now, I gotta get into the cards. I'm sorry. You know how I get. I just start going off what I'm feeling energetically, and I'll never get into the dang old spread. Let me hop into your spread. Tell me more here for my Leos. No, if you're feeling peace, I gotta go with it. If you're feeling peace, and I don't mean peace based off circumstances and again the breakdown, but peace as far as your life may seem a little bit more boring right now. Maybe you don't have all the distractions, you don't have all the background noise. It's just kind of you and yourself, or you and your pets, or maybe you and your kids. and there's not too much happening. That peace and clarity is a solitude that's needing for restoration of the soul, for restoration of the spirit, and restoration of the mind. So that way, when you do enter into that breakthrough, the breakdown that you had to go through does no longer impede your mental state, emotional space, and your heart state in this new area, in this new up leveling. So this is so super important for you at this time, Leo. What else? What else? What else? We have the Two of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Swords in the reverse. Ten of Cups. And I keep going back because even through this breakthrough and how I was talking about, you're going to be sought after. So even again, it doesn't have to be on a large scale, but even in your own personal world, you are somebody that is going to be looked up to, sought out after for your services, your business, your wisdom, your knowledge. You're going to be somebody who is going to see an increase in this area of your life. And you may have, because your money is going to increase because of this too, people coming towards you, whether these are people you know, people you love, or people who are just acquaintances, coming to you, asking you for help, asking you for assistance. But it feels like the assistance and help is based upon actions that they may have took to put themselves in a bad position. And now it's almost like looking to you to enable their bad behaviors, to rescue them from a certain situation and scenario, when the universe is saying, okay, well, that's what the choice you wanted to make. It's now going to be your karma to have to deal with the repercussions behind that. And Leo, do not step in this MFer's way. They have to deal with that, with the repercussions. I just keep going back to that because you're this breakthrough. Because it feels very light. It feels like you're going to feel liberated. It feels free. This may be more career focused and related for some of you out there, because it reminds me of somebody who may have been, in their, whether it's in their younger years or in their season of their life where they may have just felt lost on what path to take, right? What path was in alignment with their higher purpose? What path was in alignment with their higher calling in all facets of life? Financially, occupationally, romantically, friendship, family, circumstances. And through that process, you've been trying to sort, okay, is this in alignment with me? Is this in alignment with my path? And through going through the motions of it, you may have felt at times like, okay, I don't know how life is going to play out for me, just feeling uncertain, feeling unsure. But then you end up finding your way. This feels like the aftermath of finding your way. This feels like the aftermath of finally it clicks. Now I can say for certain, or now I feel confident that I am on the right path because I'm seeing aspects of my life align with it. I'm seeing the appreciation. I'm starting to feel more. I'm seeing the validation. I'm starting to get more. I'm seeing the notoriety or the attention or even status increase. I'm looking at my finances and my bank account balance go from 0 to X, Y, and Z. I'm seeing the clients and the customers that are coming in. I'm seeing the impact and the improvement and changes on lives that I'm making every day. I'm seeing somebody like laying hands. So for somebody specific, you're actually healing. You're a healer. You're healing people. You're laying hands on people. And it doesn't have to be in a literal sense, but even through your words, the words of wisdom that you speak, the words of healing, or certain things you know how to do. I'm thinking of now alchemy. You may know how to mix things or make things that's able to heal people, like a herbalism to a certain degree. So somebody may also be heavy in their wellness, fitness, energy, and healing people through those methods and those means. What can we lastly say about this? I'm sorry if this reading was a little all over the place. I think the biggest message here for the month of June, Leo, is you gotta somebody's gonna come to you for help. And when you hear the reason behind why they need help, you will be able to put 2 and 2 together and realize this person either made a dumb choice, they made a dumb decision, maybe they repeated the same action all over again, and now they're looking for you to come and bail them out. They haven't learned the lesson. And because you are going through the breakdown before the breakthrough, or you may be on the precipice of that breakthrough, starting to see the light, Spirit does not want your energy to get intertwined or interwoven with this person and their karmic lessons. It's not meant for you to take on their karma, and now you're having to deal with that, which is going to slow down your trajectory of this breakthrough, because now you're intertwined in things that they're meant to be learning, which is a lesson for them and not for you. Spirit is telling you, get out the way. Get out the way. You don't need to be a part of their lesson. That's not something meant for you to learn at this time. Anything else I can tell? High Priestess. Anything else that I can tell Leo about this breakthrough? The Lovers. This just got super specific. And this is definitely maybe for like 1 or 2 people out there. You are called to be a high priestess. Not in the traditional route of a high priestess, but you are the knower of all. And I mean, you are the knower of all, where you have the discernment and the ability to see through the fine lines, to see the things that aren't seen, whether this is you being able to do this intuitively. Maybe you have some kind of spiritual gift. It's like you can see the unseen, you know the things that aren't being said. It's like you have the ability to know when something is just either not right or when something is right, when something is good. So if I know this much to be true, then throughout periods of your life, there may have been periods where you had doubted your intuition. You went against your intuition. You may have overanalyzed your intuition. So it's been a work in progress of trusting yourself. You've been taking time to really trust yourself. It's been years in the making. Thinking at times you trust yourself and you really didn't. Making decisions based off feeling like you trust yourself and not seeing them play out. So it's been a very fine line of refining, trusting yourself. But in this trusting yourself process, you have a better understanding of who you are as a man or a woman, and where your energy needs to be expelled, and who deserves your energy and how they deserve your energy. So you're being really selective with your cup and how much you give and pour into people. This is taking me back to your breakthrough. This is your energy is going to be depleted and drained, and it's being asked of you not to allow others to do it. I go back to the karma situation, but also because you're going to be in high demand. Excuse me, you're going to be in high demand. People are going to be wanting you. People are going to be, hey, Leo, we need you for this. Or, hey, Leo, are you free for that? Hey, I got an opportunity and you were the one that came to my mind. Or, hey, I know a woman who could really use your services. I brought up your name, and there's something here where you're being sought after. I'm looking at like a crane, you being picked up constantly. So somebody and people and situations, you're going to be busy. People are taking from your energy, but it's not in a bad way. This is what we've been wanting, where we're being utilized, but in a good way, where we're receiving that appreciation. We're receiving the finances from it. We're receiving the growth. And because we're naturally going to be depleted from our breakthrough, people who were part of our breakdown, we have to handle them with kind of kid gloves, or fully remove them from our lives. You know, some people we can't fully remove, like family, parents, kids, and things like that. But we have to put boundaries that are healthy, because you won't even have the time to even look at them or pour into them when you're pouring into the world. Whew. And that's your calling. Your calling is meant to be for much higher. Your energy is meant to be spread amongst the world, or amongst the people who need you. Your life was not meant for yourself. Your life is not oh my gosh, okay. I don't want to sound crazy when I say this, and it's probably going to sound crazy. I feel like telling somebody their life is not of their own, meaning you may have felt in some way disconnected from life and life experiences, not at all points, but you may have felt like you're of this world but not from it. And through feeling some kind of disconnect, you know that maybe the more, I don't want to say minuscules, but more of the milestones that the average person looks forward to. It's like, yeah, those things are great, but what else? It's like even the marriage and the kids and all those things that we look forward to and we strive towards, that everybody for the most part wants. For you, it's like, but what else? But what's else? So this may be a Leo who either has done the big milestones, and it's like you're looking for real depth or more depth now in this season of your life. Or maybe you haven't gone through all of those big milestones, but knowing that those are things you want to accomplish, it's like, okay, that's great, but what is my soul meant to be utilized for on this earth? What is my genuine purpose outside of maybe kids, marriage, this, that, and other, third, work, career, finances? It's like you're trying to understand that. I think this is a part of the process in the breakdown, where you're really trying to understand where your soul is led. And this is why I say your life is not for you. It's for the higher collective, because there is this disassociation with certain aspects of life. But as a byproduct of still being of this world, you still are living here in your 3D reality, you do get to experience pleasurable moments nonetheless. So it's not like you're walking around here like a robot of like, okay, I need more depth. What else is there? You still get to, as a byproduct, experience that. But it doesn't satisfy you in the same way like it would most people. And that's because your energy Your true satisfaction is going to come from being able to transform other people, transform others' lives, whether it's being able to make an impact on other people's life in some way, whether it's the people you can touch directly or people you touch indirectly through a larger medium or platform or some type of service that you provide or a business. I can think of like online, being able to make impact that way, or people that you deal with on a one-on-one basis. That's where your soul truly is going to feel that gratification. That's where your soul is truly going to feel alive, and not in the moment of temporary milestones or temporary moments of fulfillment, which yes, in those moments it feels great and we can cherish it for the rest of our lives. But then whether it's months later, weeks later, years later, our soul is like, okay, that's great, but we need to root ourselves in something much more meaningful or something that can expound generation. Or it's like your soul is wanting something really expansive. This is why I say your energy is meant to be spread across the higher collective and not just on a soul focused individual lane of life, where how you come off or how you expand your energy to the world, only you and the people around you are a benefit. No, it's like the mass is meant to benefit from your energy. The mass is meant to benefit from your wisdom or what it is that you do or how you exert yourself. There's something here that is a part of your journey, a part of your purpose, that makes a big impact, that makes a big splash here. I hope I'm making sense. The energy just feels very fragmented, so I'm struggling to try and get the words here to articulate it for you appropriately. But your breakthrough is much bigger than you. What's coming in is much bigger than you. I'm thinking of the whole ecosystem that is being created for you here in your breakthrough. I'm thinking about the entire ecosystem of people that you're going to be impacting through what it is that you're doing, and through this breakdown that you've had to go through or that you're exiting out of. It is unfortunate because we do want to take certain people with us. We do want to take certain things with us. But unfortunately, those people are stuck on their level where they're meant to be because they have to go through those lessons. You're rising here. So Leo, I know this may have been a little bit convoluted, but I hope this has made sense in some kind of way for you. No, it's been a pleasure. If this has resonated in any way, shape, or form, definitely click the link in the description box for a personal reading and give it a like if it resonated with you. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.